the Lord. I want to meditate on Leviticus chapter 10, verse 1. A very good lesson what we can learn as ministers of God. We all, in different capacity, are serving God. Let me read this verse and share a few thoughts. Then Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, each took his censer and put fire in it, put incense on it, offered profane fire before the Lord, which he had not commanded them. Verse 2. So fire went out from the Lord and devoured them, and they died before the Lord. What I read is Leviticus chapter 10, verse 1 and 2. This portion, if you think, God's fire coming out and the fire falling on two of Aaron's children who are priests, and they're dying because they offered profane fire. We read the previous chapter, chapter 9. We see Aaron and Moses doing a sacrifice. When they did a sacrifice, God's fire came down and burned the things that was kept on the altar. So I'm assuming when the children came, they thought, oh, what if fire does not come from God? People might think I'm not as holy as my dad. Therefore, they tried to create the fire. Let me pause. When we serve God, do you pretend? Do you pretend that God is using me? Do you pretend that we are righteous? Do we pretend to show that God is working through our ministry? Do we want people to see that, okay, I am being used by God? See, we hear very normal vocabulary like, God spoke to me, God is doing this, and God is speaking very carelessly many times. The wrong intention, we tell things so that people will think God is using us. The very next verse, it says, why God did such a judgment. Chapter 10, verse 3, it says, and Moses said to Aaron, this is what the Lord spoke, saying, by those who come near me, when we minister to God, preach or pray in public or worship or sing, I must be, that means God must be regarded as holy. You should fear when you come to minister God, because we are nothing compared to God. He's a holy God. I'm not trying to perform. And it says, before all the people, I must be glorified. See, when worship happens, when we do, they should not see our talent. They should not see, oh, this person is so gifted. They should see Jesus. Jesus said, God said, I must be glorified. So let's examine ourselves. Is God being glorified in our ministry? Do we try to pretend? Do we try to show off? And when we come to the presence of God, do we think God is really holy? Couple of checks that you can do. Do you like others being used more than you? Do you like God using other people much stronger and their ministry is more effective than us? Do we tell at that time, Lord, why you do not use me? Or you feel restless, uneasy about it? It's such a careful thing we need to conduct ourselves when we minister for the Lord. God bless you. The whole chapter is such a blessing. Study Leviticus chapter 10.